Bodine 52, how are you, folks? It's time to admit it. You're going to hear it right now. I am addicted to motorcycle trips and motorcycle rallies. Please help me. It's not going to rain. The weather app. No rain till 6 o'clock tonight. It's noon. Not going to rain. I asked the wife. I said, hey, you want to ride with me? Grab some lunch? No, I don't want to go out in the rain. Remember last time we came back from vacation? You said it wasn't going to rain? And we got drenched in draft for 2 days? Huh. Rain. Go figure. I'm not stopping, though. And that brings me to my subject of I am, like, crazed about vacations and now motorcycle rallies. And let me explain. I know that we all have our favorite places to go and we have our favorite rallies and our favorite things to do. But after taking a 1,600-mile trip with my wife and meeting 4 amazing friends and just riding our motorcycles all over Kentucky and Tennessee and North Carolina, and just the great time we had, we can't stop thinking about doing another vacation. As a matter of fact, we're already talking about planning something for next year, or maybe even a get-together of just the boys this fall again. It's crazy. But it's not just like, you would think that when you come back from vacation, like, oh my God, that was so cool, let's plan another one, that it would die off. No. It's like an addiction. Now it's like, okay, what are we planning? So now we're talking about Sturgis, which is a whole nother story I'll tell you about. We had some old neighbors in Pittsburgh talk about, let's go to Bike Week again. So we're maybe planning that, and I think that is in March, which is always good because it's freezing in Michigan. But for some reason, I can't get through now just planning like crazy to do it. It's like it's becoming a little bit obsessive. So you got to help me. So, and I know there's so many great places still yet to go. But, whether it's, the Triple Nickel in Ohio, that happens to be something that's within 300 miles of me. Or I know there's a rally up in New York. People talk about it all the time. If you know that, please leave it in the comments. That people talk about. That would be a good ride or trip in the fall. But it's not like it's an addiction. And I said to Mrs. Bodine, I'm like, hey, you want to take another trip this fall? And she's like, yeah, we're going to go up north, right? But we're going to take the truck or the bike. She's like, well, I'm only, I think I can only take one big trip a year. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But she's like, but let's plan next year. We're gonna meet our great friends. We're gonna do another one. It's like it's somewhat of an addiction, right? What's next? Figuring out. Okay, we're gonna have this much time off work next year. What are we planning? It's still July, August. We got plenty of time. Can't stop thinking about motorcycle trips. Love some feedback from you. If you follow the channel, you'll know we were just down in the Smoky Mountains and in Tennessee and all that. So had an amazing time down there, but would love to take another trip, and even the 6 of us planning for next year if we don't go to the same place. Love some suggestions on where to go. So it's not just trips. I love barns. Focus, Bodine, focus. Now, and maybe it's because people are on their way to Sturgis and it's getting ready to start. Now I'm addicted to motorcycle rallies again. Because, I guess it's because we've had a year of really not having any. And a lot of folks don't like going to motorcycle rallies. I happen to love it. I love looking at bikes. I am a people watcher. I love doing all that stuff. And then there's Sturgis is going on, and it's one of those things that if you haven't gone there, it's got to be a bucket list, and it is for me. And I'm hoping that's the plan for next year, whether it's with the 6 of us or just the boys. But now I'm Sturgis addicted. I'm like, I can't wait till it starts so I can start seeing videos. Now, that is really the fault of the professional. Some people call him the professional monkey, but he's the professional Sturgis man. And if you don't know him, I'm not sure where you've been, but Pro Monkey, who has an incredible channel and just a good guy and somebody I'd call a friend, has been to Sturgis, I don't know, like 95 years in a row or something like that. I don't know. But the guy has all the tips. He has all the tricks. He has all the fun. I mean, and the way he explains it is just awesome. So he fires me up about Sturgis. He just does. I mean, and fires me up about a lot of things. One of these days I'll tell you about. Don't get a suggestion from him on a windshield. I'm just saying. He's not the best at that. Sturgis good, windshields no. Not so much. Alrighty, folks, what are we doing here? But now I'm like, okay, Bike Week next year? What do they call it in Daytona in the fall? They don't call it Bike Week. They call it something else. Like, I could do that, too. That's only a couple months away, right? When's the thing in New York? Don't they have some ones in Ohio? I'm like addicted to it, and I can't stop. I think I need a little bit of, maybe it's you're a year and a half away or a year from being in the office all the time, and then you start, it's summer, everybody's out again, you're starting to see some of, be able to go on vacation, be around a bunch of people, do these trips. Maybe that's what it is, because I need to get refocused, but I can't. So they say the first way to beat it is to admit it. So that is what I'm doing today. I am addicted to motorcycle vacations, planning, and rallies. And, I think another part of it was this is the first time that Mrs. Bodine has taken a long ride. 1,600 miles for her on the back of the bike was a bunch. And that she loved it so much and wants to do another one is probably what's also getting me excited about that, because we just had a riot for sure. Other than the rain, when I said it wasn't going to rain, and the drenching and some other stuff, but I'll let her tell you about that. I think we're going to do a tips from a passenger perspective on your first touring vacation here coming soon, but I want you to hear it from her. But I would love to know, am I the only guy that's starting to plan like way in advance for these things and just can't stop thinking about them? And what rallies are you going to or have you been to? It's late July, early August, and I know that there's a bunch of rallies already going on, but there's stuff left, right? There's got to be stuff left. Let me know what they are, because I'm going to start attending some, and would love to meet up with some of you folks if you're going to them as well. So that is it for Bodine 52 today. It was just something I couldn't stop thinking about, and when that happens, I talk to you guys. So I appreciate that. Be safe on and off the motorcycle. Be vigilant. Check in a friend, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.